Hey, and welcome back to our channel. Question: have you ever felt manipulated or belittled in a relationship? This question may bring back uncomfortable memories, or it might resonate with a current situation you're facing. Today, we're going to delve into a topic that is often misunderstood, yet alarmingly prevalent in our society: narcissism. Narcissism isn't merely an inflated ego or an obsession with self-image. It's much more complex, and its effect ripples out, impacting the relationships of those who possess this trait. Narcissism is characterized by an excessive need for admiration, disregard for others' feelings, and inability to handle any criticism, and a sense of entitlement. Now, let's take it a step further. When these traits escalate and start to interfere with a person's daily life and relationships, they may be dealing with Narcissistic Personality Disorder, often abbreviated as NPD. This mental condition, in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and lack of empathy for others. NPD can be difficult to diagnose, as those with the disorder often see their behavior as perfectly normal. They may be unaware of the havoc they wreak on their relationships, leaving a trail of emotional destruction in their wake. It's not just about being self-absorbed. It's about a pervasive pattern of grandiosity, need for admiration, and a lack of empathy that can be emotionally draining for those involved with them. In relationships with narcissists, they often exhibit manipulative behaviors, belittling their partners to maintain control and superiority. They may gaslight their partners, making them question their own sanity, or they may use guilt to keep them in line. It's a toxic cycle that can leave the other person feeling confused, hurt, and even broken. If you've ever felt this way, you may have been dealing with a narcissist. Recognizing the signs is the first step towards understanding narcissism and its impact. But remember, it's not about labeling or demonizing individuals. It's about awareness and understanding. So stay with us as we unravel more about this complex personality disorder in the upcoming scenes. Now, let's delve into some real-life examples of narcissistic behaviors. Our first case involves a woman named Jane. Jane was in a relationship with a man who frequently made grandiose claims about his abilities and achievements. He boasted about his high-profile job and the influential people he knew, often exaggerating or outright lying about his accomplishments. This is a common sign of narcissism, known as grandiosity. The man's need to always be the center of attention, to be seen as superior, was a constant strain on their relationship. But the red flags didn't stop there. Jane noticed her partner's lack of empathy when she was going through a challenging time at work. Instead of offering support, he dismissed her feelings and shifted the focus back onto his own issues. This lack of empathy, this inability to understand or share the feelings of others, is another hallmark of narcissistic behavior. Our second case is about a man named Mark. Mark's boss was always demanding special treatment, expecting others to comply without question. This sense of entitlement, the belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment, is yet another narcissistic trait. Mark's boss would often manipulate situations to suit his own needs without considering the impact on his employees. He would constantly take credit for Mark's hard work, leaving Mark feeling undervalued and exploited. These behaviors, while distressing, are not unique. Many of us recognize them in people we know, perhaps even in our own relationships. It's important to remember that narcissism is not just about having a big ego. It's a complex personality disorder characterized by a pattern of grandiosity, lack of empathy, a sense of entitlement, and manipulative behaviors. These examples are classic demonstrations of narcissistic behaviors that often go unnoticed. What are the red flags? Well, the first red flag is a heightened sense of entitlement. Narcissists often believe that they deserve special treatment and lack the understanding that rules, even social norms, apply to them. They'll cue jump, demand immediate attention, and display disregard for others' needs or feelings. It's as if the world revolves around them. Next, we have a lack of empathy. Narcissists struggle to put themselves in other people's shoes. They are often dismissive of the feelings, needs, and perspectives of others, making it difficult for them to acknowledge the pain they inflict. If you find someone consistently unable to appreciate your point of view, or they belittle your emotions, it's a strong sign of narcissism. Then there is manipulation. Narcissists are masters of manipulation, using various tactics to bend others to their will. They may use guilt trips, threats, or emotional blackmail to get what they want. They may twist your words, play the victim, or gaslight you into doubting your own reality. Another red flag is a constant need for admiration. Narcissists have a thirst for praise and admiration to bolster their often fragile self-esteem. They are preoccupied with the fantasies about their own success, beauty, or brilliance, and they constantly seek validation from others. The final red flag we'll discuss is an inability to handle criticism. Even the slightest critique can be perceived as a monumental attack on the narcissist's inflated self-image. They often respond with rage, denial, or by belittling the critic rather than reflecting on their actions or considering change. Each of these signs is a piece of the puzzle that, when put together, paints a picture of narcissism. It's important to remember that everyone may exhibit some of these behaviors at times. However, when these traits become pervasive, consistently hurting those around them, it's a cause for concern. Spotting these red flags early can help you understand the nature of your relationship. So, how do we deal with narcissists in our lives? It's a question that often bubbles to the surface once we've identified the narcissistic behaviors and red flags in our relationships. The answer isn't simple, but there are strategies that can help. Firstly, setting healthy boundaries is crucial. Narcissists have a knack for pushing limits, so it's essential to establish and maintain clear boundaries. This means being assertive about your needs and rights and not allowing the narcissist to dictate your reality. It's about standing your ground and saying, "Here's where my line is drawn." Secondly, consider seeking professional help. Therapists and counselors who specialize in dealing with narcissistic personality disorder can provide invaluable insights and guidance. They can help you navigate the complex dynamics of these relationships, equipping you with the tools to protect your emotional well-being. Remember, it's not just about surviving the relationship, but thriving despite it. This is where self-care comes into play. prioritizing your mental health is paramount. Engage in activities that you enjoy. Surround yourself with supportive and understanding people, and take time out to relax and rejuvenate. It's also important to note that a narcissist's behavior is a reflection of their inner turmoil, not a measure of your worth. Narcissists project their insecurities onto others in an attempt to bolster their own fragile self-esteem. So when you're on the receiving end of their narcissistic tirade, remember, it's about them, not you. Coping with narcissists is a journey that requires patience, resilience, and a strong sense of self. It's not an easy path to tread, but remember, you are not alone. There are resources and support systems available to aid you in this journey. It's crucial not to blame yourself for a narcissist's actions or behaviors. Seek help if you need it, and always prioritize your mental health, because at the end of the day, your well-being is what truly matters. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe for more insights. Stay empowered and informed, and we'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.